Alright, first off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Give honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom. This is Brother Iron from EJ Jamaica Camp. Come to another quick lesson. And, just reading through the book of First Maccabee. And or First Maccabees rather, and read two lines which reminds me of what we're doing today. We, the hopeful elect, the men of the Lord, we're actually speaking or fighting for our people, putting our lives on the line, in a spiritual sense, which when the Lord Yahushua returns, it's definitely gonna be it's gonna get physical. But as for now, the weapons of our warfare are spiritual, right? They're not carnal, they're spiritual. All right. So when we speak up against Esau, when we speak up against all the unrighteousness that is being pushed throughout the four corners of the earth, when we speak of the lowest state of our people, we speak about against the wickedness of Esau, Edom. When we talk about how the righteous are being oppressed, when we mention all these things, that's pretty much us fighting for a nation. Because if not us, then who is? In all truth and sincerity, right? In every sense of the word of being sincere, with actual solutions, actual remedies, which is only through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, as these righteous men, or righteous forefathers would have done. So let me just read these two scriptures, and hopefully this is edifying. This is First Maccabees 13 verse 1. It says, "Now when Simeon heard that Tryphon had gathered together a great host to invade the land of Judea and destroy it, and saw that the people was in great trembling and fear, he went up to Jerusalem and gathered the people together, and gave them exhortation, saying, Ye yourselves know what great things I and my brethren and my father's house have done for the laws and the sanctuary, the battles also and the troubles which we have seen." All right. And we that are speaking on behalf of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we the ambassadors, the oracles of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we're doing the same thing today. All right. We're all that we do is for the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All that we do is on towards that, that the building of the house of Jacob, the building of the spiritual temple, that holy sanctuary. Right? And we fight battles every day. We fight battles with ourselves, we fight battles against the world, but the greatest battle of all, is with ourselves and sin, and there's also a chief battle, which is against Esau, Edom. Hence why we do these lessons, hence why we do these breakdowns, hence why we pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushai to build us up and give us the strength to endure this wicked society. Peradventure we will be able to obtain salvation through their spirit, right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, those are the battles that we're actually fighting. This is what we are doing, and this is what we start with the apostles on down. That is what they have always been done. Right? Verse 4 says, "By reason whereof all my brethren are slain for Israel's sake, and I am left alone." And this is after they killed his brother. Well, they captured his brother Jonathan, right? This is yes, right? This is Simon, right? When they captured Jonathan, and they thought that he was dead. But before that, you had Matthias died, then you had Judas died, right? And then after Judas was slain, then we have Jonathan, which he thought was dead at the time. He was not dead at that time, but they received word that he was dead, right? It says, "By reason wherefore all my brethren are slain for Israel's sake, and I am left alone." And that's the thing. Who else is doing it? All the ridicule, and the persecutions that we go through for righteousness sake, the fact that our way of thinking, our way of looking at the world is filtered through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. There are many battles that are to come, because to be honest, the day of the, the time of Jacob's trouble is at hand, right? Which right around the corner, which we're going to be truly put to the test, truly tried. But even in a small sense, what we go through as we walk through, as we are on our journey through the spiritual walk, it's a constant battle. Hence Ephesians 6, it tells you about putting on the whole armor of the Most High. All right. So pretty much, it also says in Job, what though he slay me all the day long, yet I'll uphold my integrity. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, he being the Most High, chastising us and bringing us through trials, but it's done through Esau, Edom, and also the heathen and the wicked of our people. Because reading through the book of First Maccabees, you see that even of our own people were wicked men who actually consented onto what the Antiochus had put forward, or what the heathen was doing and their idols, and they would actually form pacts and be spies for the enemy, just to try to take down our righteous forefathers who were trying to uphold the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. Verse 5 says, now therefore be it far from me that I should spare my own life in any time of trouble, for I am no better than my brethren. All right. And that's the thing, we are no better than our righteous forefathers of old. This is the legacy of the men of the Lord. As Apostle Gabar would like to say, always says that there's a rite of passage when it comes on to this truth, and that rite of passage is pretty much suffering, right? Suffering for the righteousness of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And when you look at it, that's what we're going through. Now, mind you, the Lord gives us highs and lows, and sometimes our spirits are up, sometimes our spirits are down, but nonetheless, it is a battle, and it is a fight. We all have our cross in which we have to bear. All right, and the main thing is, if we aren't doing it, then no one else is going to provide a solution that is going to get our people out of the way that they're in. No one is going to tell them their true identity. No one is going to tell them the name of their power and His only begotten Son. No one is going to tell them, how to get out of all this mess. Only we have the true solution and the true antidote of getting out of this thing. And really, it comes with a responsibility, and it comes with, duties, and it comes with work. Hence why we're laboring to enter into the kingdom. It comes with a lot of work. It comes with discipline, temperance, So not only do we have our wicked flesh to deal with, ourselves, but we also have the world to deal with. And it's a constant battle, all for what? The betterment of the nation of Israel. Because, ultimately we're doing this for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but really, Lord willing, we're of that number and we endure unto the end. What we would have and what we will accomplish is the restoration of our nation through Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So it is actually for our nation. It's truly the love of our people. And a lot of people say, oh, listen how they talk, listen what they do. They don't love their people. They don't, they hate their people, But really, everyone else is telling lies and sugarcoating things, which is pretty much to their detriment. Right? We're giving them the raw, uncut truth, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is able to save their souls. All right, let me get the next precept. This is First Maccabees 16, and also 1. It says, then came up John from Gerza and told Simeon his father what Sendibus had done. Wherefore Simeon called his 2 eldest sons, Judas and John, and said unto them, I and my brethren and my father's house have ever from my youth unto this day fought against the enemies of Israel. And pretty much we, the hopeful elect, we, the men of the Lord, that is what we're doing. This flesh is the enemy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This world is the enemy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. 2/3 of our people are enemies of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and the heathen are enemies of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And we're fighting every day through preaching this doctrine and through making this walk in this truth. That's why we have to pray for endurance, right? So really, it's as it says in Timothy, that we should actually hold fast to the doctrine and teach it, because in doing so we will save ourselves and them that hear us, right? And then even in the kingdom to come, those who don't make it on this side, they'll return in the kingdom nonetheless. But this is the way in which the kingdom is being restored, right? It says, and things have prospered so well in our hands that we have delivered Israel oftentimes. And believe me, just like our righteous forefathers, things has prospered in their hands, things are also going to prosper in our hands. Once we hold fast and stick to the fight, strive for this truth unto death. Verse 3 says, but now I am old, and ye, by God's mercy, are of sufficient age. And this is also another key point. He says that by God's mercy, they are of sufficient age. So the only reason why we got this understanding is through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The only reason why we have lived to see whatever age we're currently at is through the mercy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to do His work. There are a lot of people that don't make it past the womb, right? And even if they do make it past the womb, a lot of people don't make it to our current age. So really, it's through the mercy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai why we made it to this sufficient age. Therefore, it behooves us to actually fight this fight, because that's our purpose, right? It says, but now I am old, and ye by the Most High's mercy are of sufficient age. Be instead of me and my brethren, and go and fight for our nation, and the help from heaven be with you. All right, and that's the thing. Pretty much that stead or that calling is now upon us. Right? We are in the stead of our righteous forefathers, and we're currently fighting for our nation, And guess what? The help from heaven is with us. They can't if it's a thing where they can't even confound our doctrine, how is it that when we get the true power, they will be able to confound us? We won't be confounded. We will receive that help from heaven, which is from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right. So that is our lot. As it says, endure as a good soldier for Yahushai. That's our lot. We're soldiers, and we're fighting this spiritual battle. And there are some aspects that are going to become physical pretty soon, referring to, the hour of temptation, the time of Jacob's trouble, right? But more importantly, also the actual battle, right? When we will subdue the enemies of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai from a physical standpoint is also on the horizon. All right. So hope this was edifying. Keep on fighting, keep on praying for the Spirit to endure. Peradventure we make it unto the end. Once more, to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom.